but y'all making it real hard on yourselves. And not all y'all, and I'm not generalizing or anything like that. I'm talking to one person in particular, but everyone in general. So everyone can take something home from this. And I'm just really just focusing on one person in general here, but seriously, I need everybody to just listen to this part. So, yesterday, the day before I started recording this, get a message from someone that I've known pretty much my entire adult life. And she was like, she's like, messaged me on Facebook, shooting the shit. I'm like, hey, what up? And I'm like, all right, how's everything going? And then once I say, how's everything going, everything just goes to pieces with this conversation. This person tells me that their life is falling apart and all that. So I'm like, now this is the person that I've known for a while, so I actually, care about this person. So I'm like, what's going on? Maybe I can, be there to listen and give you some wise counsel or whatever. And she told me that the father of her son, her son can't be more than 3 years old. But she had told me that the father of her son has been cheating on her, and now he's about to have a baby with the woman that he was cheating with, and all that. So I'm like, all right, well that's fucking rough. That's kind of rough, You find that shit out. Dude knocked up the chick that he was cheating with, and all that. So I'm talking into my microphone right here, and I understand that some of my listeners of this show have indeed contacted me for advice. For the majority of the people listening to this show, you probably have never made any this is the only contact that you have with me. Let me just explain how I give advice to people. Firstly, I ask a lot of questions. Actually, I don't ask a lot of questions. I ask about one or two, and that gives me all the information that I need because, I ask very broad, open-ended questions to get people talking, to give me information. And then I base my response off of the information that I'm given. I like to get as much information as possible because I don't like to give any blind assertions. I don't like to not have all the information before I give you an answer. It's like doing a math problem. If you don't have enough information, you're never going to solve the problem. So, find out. So I'm like, all right, so when did you find out that he was cheating on you? She's like, oh, I found out 3 years ago. Okay. What's your living situation like? Because I knew that they lived together. I just need her to come out and say it. So, he's been cheating on you for 3 years. With the same person, by the way. Cheating on somebody for 3 years. Same person. And now your life is falling apart? I need more information. So then, when I'm not, and here's something else that I've learned over the years of giving people advice, and this is something I've learned like during my school studies and stuff, getting my PhD, that when people don't get the answers that they want from somebody that they're seeking sympathy from, they go into this mode where they have to justify their actions. So it went from him cheating on her to, oh, it was supposed to be a sugar mama situation. Thinking that I was just going to ignore the fact that she led off with him cheating on her. Because if it's a situation where it's an open relationship and you're getting something out of it, particularly financial means out of something like that, you don't say cheated on. You don't. You guys have an arrangement. The fact that she led with he was cheating on her for 3 years with the same person and now they're having a child. And then she's like, oh, nobody thought that she would have a child or nothing like that. She's almost 50. Listen, I am a man of science. Also, I can just look at the trends of the world. People fucking live forever now. The days where women stopped having children in their early 40s are done. Like, people live fucking forever. People fucking women go through menopause at a much, much later age. I know women who are in their 50s and still haven't gone through menopause. So it's like, until a woman goes through menopause, she can have a goddamn child. And more times than not, the pregnancy won't be as high risk as you think it is. Yes, the older a woman gets, the riskier the pregnancy. However, those aren't drastic terms as it used to be. You know, people aren't dying at 40. People aren't dying of dysentery anymore. You know, it's just, we fucking live forever. So using that kind of faulty logic is basically, again, she's trying to justify what's going on to make herself look like the good guy. And also, when I give advice, I don't take sides. I don't. I'm a very neutral person in my advice giving because I'm fair. I like to give the most fair, most concrete advice ever. So she tells me that I was supposed to be a sugar mama. So when she goes with that information, because I was like, damn, you fell for that? I literally told her, I'm like, wow, you fucking fell for that. I didn't even know motherfuckers did that. I didn't know friends of mine fell for shit like that, because you'd think after having a friend like me, you'd at least, some of my traits would possibly rub off on you. However, again, I haven't had access to this person in years. So, but we've spoken to each other consistently throughout the entire time we've known each other. So, I mean, I don't know if I feel like I failed as a friend, but at the same time, people are gonna fuck up how they want to. A good friend of mine told me something, and I keep this shit in the back of my mind for forever. I think about this all the time. People don't really come to you for help for the most part. People tell you exactly how they're gonna fuck up, so that way when they do fuck up, they got somebody to lean their fucking head on they got a shoulder to lean on when shit goes down. I think about that all the time, especially when people pop out of nowhere asking for advice. So when she told me that this is supposed to be a sugar mama, I didn't ask. I was like, okay, in these 3 years of her, this lady, that your dude is cheating on you with. Now she's saying that they ain't together, but they still live together, which means they still fucking. Again, people like to say shit to justify the fuckery in their life, to make it sound better. So she hits me up with that, and I'm like, I asked, all right, cool. So, has your living situation improved? Because if that's a sugar mama type relationship, your living situation ought to improve. Well, she pays some of the bills. When I hear shit like that, I'm like, oh, she pays the $30 gas bill or some shit. What the fuck? Like, if your quality of life is not. And she said she helped get a car, so she co-signed a car that you still paying for. What the fuck, you know? Or she had an extra car laying around and she gave it to y'all. Okay, that's basically. First of all, and I didn't tell her this because I wanted to save it for the show, and she knows that I'm talking about this on the show. By the way, I told her, I was like, look, I gotta talk about this on the fucking show. Thing is, if you allow a guy, and I'm not perfect, but let me lead off with that. I'm not perfect. People know this. My dating past is not the rosy one that you might think it is. I've cheated on people before. I've said this on the show, and I feel like I have to continue saying this because I don't want people to think that I'm high and mighty and shit. I'm not. Trust me, shit has not been perfect with me. I've cheated on people, but at the same time, I don't try to justify that shit. That's it, ladies. And I'm telling y'all this as a dude who's cheated on somebody, okay? Ladies, if you go back to a dude who cheated on you, he's gonna keep cheating on you. Like, to a certain degree, I believe in the term, once a cheater, always a cheater. To a certain degree. This person will probably not cheat on somebody else in the future. However, if you got cheated on by somebody, that person will always cheat on you. I feel like I've said that before. I might even committed that to literature. But, yeah, I'm sorry. That's how it's going to work. And, like I said in a couple episodes ago about the 7 levels of disrespect, that goes for guys, too. Like, ladies, if you allow a dude to cheat on you with no real consequence and he just gives you the most whack excuse ever, oh, you know, that's just my sugar mama. Bitch, if you don't understand how disrespectful that shit is. First of all, y'all have a child. More importantly, y'all have a son. Okay? I'm gonna get real scientific on y'all real quick. And I'm gonna get real. I'm putting on my doctor of sociology hat right now. You have a fucking son. And if you have a son, he sees that his and children learn quick. People think that babies don't pick up on shit. Babies pick up on everything. You don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. If you don't know how fast babies pick up on shit, curse around a fucking baby. Curse words are easy as hell to say in infancy, and they will say that shit all the time. They soak in everything because you are who they see as who they're supposed to be. So when you have a son and he sees his father treating his mother in such disregard and she just accepting it because you just don't want to fucking be alone because you're like, I don't know if I should work it out or not. Motherfucker. 3 fucking years of a dude cheating on somebody and now he's got a baby. So that means this motherfucker's been fucking this bitch raw. And now her number came up, and I'm sorry for using the term bitch. I don't know this lady's name, and I'm sorry this shit just rolls off the fucking tongue. So I'll apologize. And if you call me sexist, okay, cool. I've been being called sexist for years. It doesn't bother me because I know the truth. Anyway, I'm like, your quality of life hasn't really improved because if it did, this wouldn't bother you. Secondly, you got your son observing this shit, so he's gonna grow up thinking that this is totally acceptable. And then the cycle continues. You know? He can live off of some other woman while getting another one fucking pregnant and just disregarding his seed no matter what, because that's the environment that he grew up in. That's the environment that was acceptable. If it was good enough for you, it's good enough for him. And the reason why this dude and why his almost 50-year-old quote unquote, I'm doing my finger quotes, quote unquote sugar mama don't respect you. And I want you to sit down when I say this. The reason why these people don't respect you, because they don't, is because you don't respect yourself to allow that kind of shit to happen. It's too fucking late in the day for people to just move shit aside just because you don't want to be alone. Just because you're not in a good relationship, just because you're not in you don't feel like you're in a bad relationship, doesn't mean you're not in a good one. That doesn't mean that you're in a good one. The absence of bad doesn't make the presence of good. You're in a fucked up situation and you too fucking scared or too weak to get the fuck out of it. And no, I'm not gonna feel sorry for you when you call me with that shit. I will be honest with you and hope you make the right choices for yourself and your children, because your son is not the only child you have. I will give you all the tools you need to make the right choices. However, I can't make those choices for you. No one can make those choices for you. And as long as you keep making shitty choices, you're gonna see how many people really fuck with you. I want y'all to stop and think about something real quick, because everybody got a friend like this, particularly a female friend, who's stuck in a real shitty ass dating situation. Because truth be told, guys don't stick around in shitty dating situations. They really don't. Guys don't fucking settle for bullshit. Guys will upgrade themselves real fucking quick. It's most of the time, women will stay in the worst fucking situations romantically ever. I'm not even being sexist with that. I'm not overgeneralizing. This is something that I see. I want y'all to think about y'all homegirl who got a real shitty dating situation that she won't fucking get out of. Think about that. You got it in your mind right now? She ain't got a lot of female friends, does she? Why? Because women don't really hang around other whack-ass women like that. I'm not saying that whack women don't run in packs. They kind of do. But I'm just saying that, like, when you in a situation where you ain't got a lot of fucking friends, a lot of your friends are his friends or some shit like that.